Hi Priyanka, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. And how are you?
I'm good too. Right. So can you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, sir. I am a QA engineer and
Mm-hmm.
I have been a 4 years experience as a manual tester, like functional tester. And I had worked on two organization. One is Wipro and second Open Excel. In my previous organization, I had worked to multiple projects related to e-commerce website and mobile app related projects. My role and responsibility in my previous organization to prepare the test case document based on the requirement and like SRS document and uh, to test the application on different environment and to report the bug into the any bug tracking tool and share the test report to our team lead. So this kind of process we have follow in previous organization and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please go ahead.
right now I'm doing a manual testing, like perform the different type of testing on different e-commerce platform, like functional testing, regression testing, integration testing, smoke and sanity. So this kind of testing will be performed on e-commerce platform.
Okay, great. Fine. So, what do you know about Agile?
Agile is a methodology,
Mm.
and I had worked with Agile in my previous organization, and like I have using a Scrum framework in Agile methodology. So Agile is the iterative and incremental model. Iterative means the same process repeat again and again, and incremental means keep on adding the new feature into the application, like existing project. Keep on adding the new features.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay,
the continued development process.
correct. So you will have development, you will also have testing going on parallel side by side. So all those things would be there. Now, what do you know about daily sync-up calls? Do you attend daily sync-up calls or daily stand-up calls?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have attended the daily stand-up meeting and call with our project manager, product owner, and whole team member are a part of the daily stand-up meeting, and we have discussed like what type, what should be done and what should be work on the next task, like which task should be work on the next day. So this kind of discussion should be uh, in agile daily
Right.
stand call.
Right. So apart from this, you can also add that you are bringing into the surface what all the impediments that you have. You are connecting with the team members and you are making sure that you tell them what are the different challenges, or you are getting blocked anywhere, you are getting stuck anywhere. So all those things you'll be communicating in the sync up call. Plus, what you are going to do today, what did you do yesterday? So all those things will be a part of your sync up calls. Which are the other agile ceremonies that you are attending?
Agile retrospective meeting, agile
Mm-hmm.
meeting is a grooming session, like all team member are discussed with the project requirement and feature functionality which prioritize like a project task. So
Mm.
agile grooming and retrospective meeting, then sprint meeting, this kind of agile ceremony.
Correct.
We have also part in agile ceremonies.
Okay, great. Fine. So now let me give you one of the scenario. Mhm. Yeah. Uh, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So you are working in a sprint and you have got a critical bug which is in a previously completed user story. So how would you handle it?
So first of all, we discuss with our team member and
Which team members will you discuss with them?
testing team member and team
Testing
lead
team members. Okay.
and
Then,
testing team lead and with product manager.
hmm,
And also discuss with the development team. First to discuss with our team manager. Okay, this bug is critical and close in like a bug is resolved in the current sprint. Okay, it's very necessary bug. So to
hmm,
discuss with the product manager and product owner. Uh, okay, and to open and move the sprint in the current to open and move the uh, previous sprint task into the current sprint, and to work on to assign with the development team, and to after development team work to the sprint and critical bug is resolved, then
hmm.
retest again if the bug is resolved or not. If
Okay.
bug is resolved, to close the bug and to test again in the new
Okay.
build.
So what would you do in this case is, first of all, you'll raise a defect because you have found a bug. Okay, so you'll raise a defect. No need to do discussion with the development team or with the anyone before raising a defect. You have to raise a defect because in the defect you will attach the screenshots, you'll attach all artifacts, you'll attach the logs, and you'll ensure from your side that it's a valid bug. Once it is done, then you share that bug ID or defect ID with the other team members. If they are telling you, if the development team is approaching you, they want to discuss it maybe with respect to scenario, or they are unable to reproduce this issue, or they are unable to get to know the steps that you have raised for that particular defect, then you can discuss with them. Otherwise, no need to discuss with the development team. You can have a discussion with your manager, test manager or test lead, because you will be tracking that particular defect in this current sprint. So how would you take care of that? You can also raise it with your project management or with your scrum masters and make sure that everyone is on the same page. All right. So very important thing is, first is you have to raise the defect in the defect management tool. If
Right.
you're doing communication or verbal things, then things might lose the track. Okay, so
Yes.
this is one of the aspect. Fine. Uh, Okay, so this is how you will handle it. And apart from that, you also have current sprint task. So you have to ensure that that is not getting impacted. If due to some reasons, if it is getting impacted, then you have to tell to the your team lead or your team manager that you are unable to focus on your current task. Okay. What is retrospective meeting? Why do we need retrospective meeting?
Retrospective meeting is retrospective meeting is the 1 minute, sir.
You can take your time to think. No worries.
Retrospective meeting is one kind of like conduct to the after complete the sprint, and in the meeting discuss to what went in good in the sprint, what is the not good in the current sprint, and what is the improvement area uh, in the next sprint.
Mhm, mhm.
So this kind of discussion should be discussed with the whole team member. For
Right, right.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
For example, like QA team to more QA team for to more clear the very documentation part. All test cases and test scenario is easily maintained into the next sprint, and for prepare the test document according to the based on the test SRS document. So this
Mhm.
kind of things can be help.
Okay, fine. So, any important point that you have mentioned in your retrospective meeting so far, which has been taken care in the next sprint?
Retrospective.
Yeah, yeah. So you would have been attending retrospective meetings. So
Yes.
any important point or any important feedback that you gave in the retrospective meeting, which was immediately taken care from the next sprint. Any such kind of suggestion that you have given at that time?
Related to time.
Related to anything. And for example, I'll give you one example that you found one of the user story which you were testing. You had some obvious issues in that. The development had not done. Development team was not able to complete the unit testing from their side, and they deployed that particular user story into the test environment. So you found the issues and you found very obvious issues which killed your time. So this kind of points you can raise in your retrospective meeting so that the development team is completing the work and then they are assigning the user stories to you for testing.
Yes, and in my previous organization, I have faced one multiple issue related to smoke testing related. Sometime developer deploy the build in testing environment, and development team not perform any CRUD operation, like not perform the smoke testing. So sometime application is not working properly, and suddenly application is breaking out. So
Hmm.
this kind of issue I have already faced. I have raised in the retrospective meeting.
Hmm.
A
Oh,
perfect to smoke testing build.
great, great. Fine. Now let me share the screen. So let's say you are currently testing a user story, but in that user story, uh, your requirements are frequently changing. So let's say there is a user story, and in that there were um, 5 buttons and 4 functionalities which you were testing. But now the requirement got changed. Instead of 5 buttons, there will be 7 buttons, right? So how would you manage testing in such kind of an environment?
5 button to 7 button.
Yeah, yeah. So that was just an example. Meaning here is that your requirements are continuously changing.
So first of all, we have performed the regression testing. When the
Hmm.
changing keep on adding, the existing functionality should be work properly. So first
Right.
we have performed regression testing. Then other than new changes are added, and
Hmm.
existing functionality is properly working. Then to test and start the detail level testing in the new feature.
Mm-hmm. So here the question is that you are performing a testing in an environment, but the requirements are changing. So let's say earlier you were testing a payment feature. In that, the option that you were doing testing was of a credit card. But now, along with credit card, you also have to test debit card. Then how would you approach? How would you manage testing? Because your requirements are frequently changing.
Sorry, please repeat question.
Mm-hmm.
Repeat the
Okay.
question again.
Okay, fine. See, now let's say you are testing in agile environment and you have a user story in which earlier you were having one requirement. For example, you were testing for debit card payment story. Now you have to test along with debit card, you also have to test for credit card. So how would you perform testing? Now the requirements are changing, right?
Comments are changing frequently.
Yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
We have create a subtask in the agile methodology.
Hmm.
First of all, mm, uh, test to my debit
Hmm.
card functionality, and then one task is completed and all issues are assigned to development team. Then to start my credit card feature functionality, so create two different tasks related to subtasks related to uh, debit card and credit card.
Okay. See, whenever you get this kind of a question, you can answer. You already had written the test case for, let's say, functionality A, and you started your test case execution for functionality A. Now there is a change in the requirement. So you will discuss with your team leads, you will discuss with your team managers, and if you need more time to complete the testing, which is obvious because now the requirements have got changed, you'll have to update your test cases, you'll have to update your scenarios, you'll have to update your test data. So now you'll need additional time to complete the testing. So you will communicate those things via an email, or maybe you'll have a word with them. You'll also raise these things in the daily stand-up calls. You'll tell them that earlier you were supposed to complete the user story in 4 days, but now you might take 6 days, might take 7 days, depending on the effort. And then you will be able to test it. You'll be able to complete the testing. This is one of the aspects. Second thing is, if you have already completed 90% of the testing, then you can request the product management team or project management team who are writing the user stories that we can take a separate user story for this particular feature or for this particular additional enhancement. Let's not merge it in the same user story. Otherwise, what would happen? Your effort will not be visible.
Yes,
Okay. And every day, whenever you are completing the testing, have a habit of putting the comments or test results in the Jira itself, in the comment itself, so that tomorrow, if anyone is going through the user story, they can come to know, okay, this much amount of testing has been done, the cycle has been completed for this particular builds, and it could be taken care further, right? So that's how you can take care. Okay. Fine. How would you estimate a user story? Let's say you have to find out a time in which the you would be able to complete the testing of a user story. So how would you come up with the estimation?
yes. So, for example, login page functionality is the one user story, and
Hmm.
in mention one epic, and there are total like three and one user story. So I have divide the estimation point. For example, to create the text button, to test is a one estimation. Then to test the whole login functionality is the estimation is a two. To divide by the number of point, okay, one, two, three. Okay, how many days is needed and to complete the one user story.
See, user story estimation can be given based on two things. One is the story points.
Right.
What is the size of that user story? So that
Yes.
sizing would be done in the Fibonacci series. You can do the estimation based on low, medium, high effort. Another is you can test the user story from the complexity perspective.
Right.
Right. What is the complexity? Is it a straightforward user story? Is it impacting some of the critical changes like payments is there? Or maybe if you consider from a financial perspective, so is it connecting to some particular uh, BFSI domain kind of things? Right. So those things you can take care. Right. So these 2 points are important from the estimating a user story. Fine. So this is there. Now, uh, I've shared one link in the comment section, right? Can you open that link? I'm giving you screen sharing rights.
Yes.
Yeah, and can you click on share screen button?
Yes, sir. Give me a one. Screen is visible.
Yes, yes, it's visible. Okay, now, uh, yeah, scroll down a bit. Yeah, scroll down further. Okay, now, yeah, scroll up. Yeah, bit. Yeah, scroll up bit. Okay, now can you see this icons like these questions? How do I track my return? How do I cancel my courier collection? So this is one of an e-commerce website, and this is one of the web page. Now you have to tell me if I expand this, how do I contact zigzag question or any one of these questions, but it is not getting expanded, right? I'm getting some error in that particular plus icon. Then
Yes.
what would be the severity and what would be the priority of that defect? So this
Uh,
plus icon is not working.
Severity is the medium
Hmm.
and priority is a Priority is also medium.
Okay, why so both medium?
Severity means because some functionality or severity is major, sorry. Some functionality is not working. So
Hmm.
if priority to set the major, because how do I track my return icon is not working, but
Hmm.
second icon is working. So to set the priority is a major, and second is priority is a medium because it's not impacted to business value, not affected to any other area. So it's the
Correct.
set to medium.
Okay, okay. Now let's say you have to test this entire website. Okay.
Okay.
And there are several tabs. You have platform, you have partnerships, you have company details, you have contact details, you have book a demo. So, what are the test scenarios? Can you tell me five positive test scenarios and five negative test scenarios for this website? Test scenarios
For
for this entire website.
a entire website. Okay.
Mhm.
So
So this
first,
is actually an e-commerce website. If you can
yes.
see, it's a portal in which you can book an order. You can, if you want to return something, you can track it. If you want to cancel something, you can cancel it as well. Okay. So five positive test scenarios for this website and five negative test scenarios for this website.
Okay. Um, Login page. User is no need to log in this website, right? So,
Oh, okay. You can go through this website. You can take 1 or 2 minutes, go through this website, and then you tell me. Go through the various pages that are there. Okay. So this is about return portal. You can have two kinds of users. One is anonymous user in which login is not required. One is a proper user in which a login is required because they have to book something, they have to add it to the cart, they have to perform payment, so they will have to log in.
okay.
Mhm.
Uh, so first of all, as a user, I want to log in the application. Like as a mm, as a user, I want to log in into the application with
Mhm.
the valid email ID and with the company name
Mhm.
to register with this return portal. Uh, and, because company name is a mandatory and company name is mandatory and company is registered in a sorry sir, give me a 1 minute.
Yeah, you can take your time. See, this is just one of the web page. Okay, now I'll give you some understanding of this website. This website will help the users in returning the products, especially, right? If you want to return something, so maybe you want to return a product that has been ordered at an international level or at a UK domestic level itself or at a cross-border level, right? So those kind of things. So let's do one thing. Try to give me the test scenarios for this web page only. You have to book a live demo for this website. Okay. So
Okay.
this is the web page for that. So try to give me five positive and five negative test scenarios for this particular page.
Okay. So first of all, user will log in with the valid username and valid valid details, uh,
Mm.
valid user details. Uh,
Mm.
Second is the company is a user is login and registered to registered login with the registered company name.
Mm.
If company name is not registered, like negative scenario, second is if company name is not registered, the user is not able to log in return portal. Okay. Uh, yes. Third is a user is able to log in with. minute. I have a lot of scenarios in my mind, but I'm not.
No problem. You take your time. Take 1 or 2 minutes to think.
But sir, I have a one doubt. A
Hmm.
scenario test scenario is one, and there I have created the multiple test cases based on the test scenario,
Mm-hmm.
right?
So,
Can
see,
be
if you have let's say test scenarios, from test scenarios you can derive the test cases, right?
right.
So test scenarios are high level. You'll write a test scenario. Maybe you'll tell verify this return portal is working for all type of returns. And within that, you'll have one test case for UK domestic, one test case for border, one test case for international, like that.
Okay, okay, right.
So test scenarios is high level, test case is detail level.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, understood.
Right? So
Yes.
tell me the positive test scenario
Second,
first. Yeah.
uh, yes. So, uh, uh, as a user, to register the uh, details with the unique, duplicate information is not allowed.
Hmm.
Yeah, registered with the unique email ID.
Hmm.
And as a user, I want to log in with only single type of returns.
Hmm.
Multiple type of returns not able to select to register. When the user registered the information in the portal, multiple type of returns not allowed to select.
Okay.
And
Okay, let me tell you one of the test scenario. See, one test scenario can be fill all the valid details in these particular data and click on submit button. You should be able to book the demo, right? You have this is a live demo. You have to book. You have to schedule a meeting for attending the live demo here, right? Second is select any one of the type of return and click on submit, right?
yes,
Okay. Third is if you want to consider negative test scenario, don't fill detail in any one of the mandatory field and click on submit button.
yes,
Okay.
but sir,
Huh.
yeah, actually, but I'm
Hmm.
like, yes, I know these are a
Hmm.
multiple level test cases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So what you can do is you can differentiate between these scenarios, right? Whether those are positive or whether those are negative test scenarios, right?
okay,
Test cases means what? You have to write in detail about test steps, you have to write about test data, you have to write about actual result, expected result,
right.
everything that you will have to document. Okay. Test scenarios means on a very high level you have to tell. Okay, one kind of test scenario would be verify the watermarks are displayed properly or not. So if you can see, please select as a watermark, right?
Right.
That is displayed properly. You can also consider one more test scenario that whether this particular website is getting opened in another browsers. I think you have opened in Chrome. It should be opening properly in Edge or in other browsers as well.
And second is the
Mhm.
sometime user registered the portal and user into this login screen. Okay,
Hmm.
is so if a user is open to multiple screen, so one browser screen auto session is expire automatically
Hmm.
because sometime website is not allowed to open like a multiple in the multiple browser.
Right. Right.
The session should be expired.
Expired. Yeah. If
And,
they have
and
implemented that kind of functionality, then it should work accordingly.
on same time, user is not able to register to different browser and different machine to register yourself. Like only single device and single browser should be allowed.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Fine. Fine. I think these are good. Okay, Priyanka, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir. Uh,
Okay, let me give you the feedback.
Feedback.
Yeah.